Hey, how's it going, everyone? Well, today we are looking at this company, Bog Street Picks. All right, everyone, well, welcome back to the channel. And for those of you who are new, you see that red box right there that says subscribe. Go ahead and click that for me, and the bell, turn all notifications on. All right, so for today, we are going to be looking at a different company. If you're on Instagram, you probably have seen them. It's called Bog Street Picks. And if you're like me or any other guitar player, you probably have like a bag or something like that with all these mix match picks. And not really thought has ever been given into like what kind of pick I ever used when I started playing. As a matter of fact, it's almost November. I've been playing guitar for almost a year now. Anyways, it was something that I never really took into consideration. I was like, a guitar pick is a guitar pick. But as I started to play more and more, I started realizing that, maybe I should try something different. And you never know, like some people are fine, they can pick up whatever kind of pick and they can do whatever they want with it. But then there are other people who are very, very specific in the type of picks that they use. And I bet by now you've seen all different kinds of crazy picks that are out there. I think I've even seen some made out of diamond, some recently made out of wood. Most of them are made out of plastic. But today I want to talk about a new company that I absolutely fell in love with. To me, it was the thing that I've been looking for, and that is Bog Street Picks. I'm going to show you guys all of what they have to offer, and also kind of not only my personal favorite out of all of them, but the frustration I have with just the normal type of picks that you would buy at any music store or anything like that. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at these awesome picks. So if you have never heard of Bog Street Picks, it's something that not a whole lot of people do know about, but they are located in, I believe it's Panama City in Florida, and they're really, really awesome. Great company. I don't work for them. This isn't sponsored or anything like that, but I saw their picks and I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and give them a try. The first pack I ever bought was their Axe pack, and I tend to like a heavier type of pick. That's just me, and I loved them. But I wanted to give you guys an overall of all the type of picks that they had. So I ordered their mix pack, which comes with, I believe it's 6 different picks inside here. And you can already tell that this is a company that has something like that's very different. When you got picks like this, and we'll get closer up on these, but it's very different, and they're trying something new and just trying to see, what fits for which kind of player, is out there looking for something kind of new. So without further ado, let me tell you a story on how I found them, and also why I think that for me, I'll probably never use any other pick aside from Bog Street Picks. All right, so if you're like me, when you're starting out playing, you probably don't take into consideration the type of pick that you're using. It's kind of like second thought or third or fourth at that point, because your main thing is like what you're playing on, whether it be guitar or bass or any kind of instrument that uses a strumming instrument, if I'm saying that right. But I started off with something kind of like this, your cheap, whatever kind of throwaway picks. And it wasn't until I was, really getting into playing that, someone had mentioned the Ernie Ball Prodigy USA 2.0 millimeter. This is a thick pick. Unless you're looking at something very special, they don't really make anything thicker than a 2.0. As far as I know. But I really like this pick for the longest time, especially with this sharp edge that I'll get you a close-up on some of these things in a little bit. But I really, really like this pick. The only problem that I had with it was that the pick kept slipping whenever I was playing, because I play pretty hard. And I know that I know now that there's like little groove type pockets that you can slide this into, but at the same time, it was just, I liked it, but it just felt kind of small. So I went from that to something kind of a little bit bigger of a pick. I went to this Everlast Ernie Ball 0.73 millimeter. Great day, 7.3, thick. But anyways, so I went to this guy here, which was really good. I really liked it. It was good length, and I could play pretty fast and everything. The only thing is that it didn't have the type of attack on the strings that I really liked. It had the length that I like, just not that cut, you know. And once you're starting playing for a while, you kind of know what I'm talking about. As you'll notice that this edge is just a little bit more rounder than the 2.0. So then I thought, you know what would be great is if I could find one that had the length of the Everlast, but the thickness of the 2.0. And of course, Ernie Ball makes that in the Everlast 2.0 pick. The problem I had with this though, is that it was round, just like the other one. So it missed that sharp attack, and it just kind of, it felt to me almost like playing with a quarter or something like that, just that kind of odd, thick, round shape. So I got, you know, kind of discouraged with that, and I didn't know what else to do. So I started playing again with the Prodigy 2.0s for a little while until I came across Bog Street picks. So when I went on to bogstreet.com, I didn't know exactly which pack or which pick to try out first. So knowing that I kind of like a little bit of a thicker type of pick, I went with their Axe pack. Now that comes with 6 picks, 2 of each type. And the ones that you get is the Axe Cut, the Axe Blade, and the Battle Axe. Now, since I've been messing with this pack for a while, and before doing this video, I wanted to really try out some of their other picks. So I ordered their mix pack, which comes with one type of pick of all that they have. So you really get to try and see which ones you like out of all of them. And that's what we're going to be looking at today. All right, so here we are. These are all of the types of picks that Bog Street Picks has to offer. So we're just going to start from this one here, which is called their Leap, or I'm sorry, their Leap Series Rhythm. Now, as you can see, hopefully it focuses it, it does have different size of picks on each corner. And I gotta admit, this little groove part right here is really, really comfortable. From there, they have the Leap Series Lead, which is a lot thinner. I mean, a lot thinner compared to the Rhythm. I think this one is actually probably the thinnest out of all of them. But again, it has that nice little groove in there as well. Now, this little guy right here is called their Beast or their Mini Beast. And I have to say, this one is probably my second favorite one out of all of them. Again, it has that nice little groove to it, but it is kind of short. I'm not gonna lie. That's why they call it the Mini Beast. From there, we have the Battle Axe. It's a nice little purple one. This is actually the thickest one out of all of them. And as you can probably already guess, this is my personal favorite. I really, really love this thing. From there, we have the Axe Blade. Not bad. It's a little bit different. More for, I would say, probably rhythm playing. It is thinner on its actual edge part. And then we have the Axe Cut, which on one side, the grooves are a lot more pronounced. Hopefully you guys can see all that. But again, it's fairly thin, meant for, you know, either rhythm / lead. But so those are the 6 that we're going to take a look at. All right, everyone. Well, we're here on Bog Street's website. We're going to be looking at this guy first, which is the Axe Cut. And as you can see, some of the stuff is on sale now, which is really cool. But you'll see right here that this thing is about 2 millimeters, you know, thick, and that's where they're talking about on the actual like bevel part right here. But it gets thinned out to about a 0.6 millimeter. And I'm really trying to hopefully you guys can see how it's a little bit thick right here and it thins out. So that's what some of these actually do, is that they kind of thin themselves out as it's, you know, sharp in a manner of speaking. So this is the guy you'll see right here on the screen. I'm talking about that bevel groove. And when you get a little bit closer, so you'll see it's a little bit bigger, ish, kind of. I think it's more fatter than your average size. So that's the Axe Cut. We'll get into the other ones in a little bit, but it is a little bit bigger. So that for you is the Axe Cut. Now let's go ahead and go back for a second, and we'll look at the Axe Blade. So the Axe Blade is by far my favorite. It is the thickest out of all of them, being a 2.0, as you'll see right here. You know, it's a 2.0. I just really like thick picks. There's just something about their weight and their attack that I just love. And one thing with these is that I never had to guess where my pick was, if that makes sense. This pick kind of started for me. It really felt, and I know this is going to sound cheesy, it felt like an extension of my body when I was playing. Cheesy, I know, but there's no other way I can explain it. It really just, I don't have to think about, you know, between the strings that where my pick is or how hard I'm going to hit or how soft. It just felt so natural to me. So as you can see, it is completely thick all the way around, and it has these nice edges, which is really nice. So even if I'm playing really hard and, you know, it starts to move just a little bit, you know, I got another edge right there that I can go ahead and switch to. So my personal favorite, the Battle Axe. Now with that series, there's only one left, which is their signature series, the Axe Blade. I don't know if this is the one that kind of started it all, but I could see that this is probably something that they did start with, just, you know, erring on the side of caution. So you have that 2mm thickness, which, you know, if this is kind of different from the Leap series. So this is, I don't think that you would be able to just say like, okay, I got that, you know, 0.6 here. Let me go ahead and switch to 2.0 right there. If you try and do that with this one, as you'll see on this little indentation or groove here, it'll slide pretty easily from what I've experienced. So this is definitely for someone who, you know, wants to use probably the 0.6 side over the 2.0. That's just me, you know, you'll see it's kind of a little, it's the in between, all right? It's not bad. It's just, I think that of the first three that I got, of those three, it's probably the one I use second most, just because, you know, it feels a little bit better. The other one, the orange one, just, it feels so big to me. I just could never get behind it. But that, again, that's why I tried these out. So, moving on from there, we're going to look at this guy here, the Mini Beast. Now, this dude, oh, they don't have the good pictures on it I was hoping for. So, this is probably my second favorite one out of all of them. And the reason I say that is because it is a little bit thicker on the edges than the other ones, and it has that nice little bevel groove inside that you'll see, you know, let me get a better picture. There we go. This little bevel groove right in there. It just feels like home. My only problem that I have with this pick is because my fingers are so fat that when I'm hitting it, I can feel the string as I'm hitting it. So it kind of gives off a little bit of that pitch harmonic without me intending to do that. But at the same time, I love this little groove in here. I'm telling you, it feels awesome. All right, now last but definitely not least, we are going to look at their Leap series, their ergonomic picks. These things are really different. I think this is the one I want to look at first. All right, so this is their Leap series model. Here, hopefully I got their symbol up. All right, this is their, what they would consider their rhythm playing pick. It's very different. As you can see from the description right here, you know, it has a 1.5mm Jazzmaster style, a 0.96, and a 7.3. If I had to guess, this dot is probably the 1.5. Their logo, the actual Bog Frog, if that's what it's called, is probably the 9.6, and then this circle one here is probably the 0.73. It's not bad if you're looking for, you know, trying something different. But for me, there is one thing I don't like about it, and I'll talk about that when I get to the other one real quick, because it's kind of the same problem with both of them. Let's see here if they have it here. All right, it's not really showing me the other one. Well, so the picture doesn't really do it justice. As you can see, mine is clear. This one here, you know, is definitely kind of filled in. So again, 3 different size. You have the 0.8 millimeter, 0.7, and a 0.45 light. Honestly, I couldn't tell you exactly which one is which, except for this one with the hollowed out circle is the thinnest. The filled in circle is probably the thickest, and the Bog Frog is probably a little bit in the middle. Now with these Leap series, I love the idea behind them. I love the grooves in them. They feel awesome to hold, not a problem. The only thing is that it feels a bit much when playing, because when you're playing, you have a good amount of length on these when you're playing. So I had to like move my hand back a little bit more in order for me to really like get the handle of them. So I kind of, as you can see, there's a little bit more wear and tear on this side. So I always gravitated towards a little bit thicker in the smaller side of them. But again, it feels a bit much to hold in my hands when playing. But again, this is just me. Some people won't even bother looking at these pics or anything like that. But I wanted to show you guys that this is a company that is awesome, because they do make good products, don't get me wrong. This battle axe, like I said, is my favorite. I really like this thing. I felt like as I was getting better, or getting good, I wouldn't say good, I'm still getting there, but as I was practicing and whatnot, I felt like I needed to do something to kind of take that next step in essence. Really started looking at what I was using and what small things I could change that could actually help me, because granted, getting a new guitar does not make you better, but sometimes it's a small thing like just trying out a different set of picks. So this is Bog Street picks. Again, awesome company. I highly recommend them. Just give them a shot, see what it is. And if you like them, cool, let me know down in the comments. And if you have any stories or anything like that with this, or if there's another company of picks that you think that I might like, I'm always down to try something new. And this is just something, again, I saw them all the time on Instagram, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give them a shot. And sure enough, this just felt like home to me. So thanks again, everyone, for coming in, watching this video, hearing my story that I had to tell. I know it was a long time coming for me to actually do a video on these, but I really wanted to, test them out, put them through the ringer, and make sure that I wasn't just gravitating towards one, but really giving all of them a shot. And like I said, my top 3, is the battle axe, the axe blade, and the mini beast. But that's just me. Try them out, get a pack, and who knows, I may just go on ahead and do a little contest here soon, and if you win, I will buy you a set of your own Bog Street mix pack picks. Tongue twister there. So again, you guys, thank you all for coming by. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video with your friends. I got a lot more content on its way since I have a little bit more free time, so be looking out for that. And with that, I just have to say, y'all have a great day, and I will see you all next time.